What's going on, you guys? Nomicon here, bringing you my perspective as to what Undertaker is bringing us, and welcome to the 2026 FIFA World Cup knockout predictions. I would do a discussion video right do my after I do my reviews and worthy or not series, but not this time because as of the making of this video, the round of 32 knockout rounds will begin tomorrow. And I'm not doing this alone. I got two other people with me. And the first person I'll be introducing is Carbs. How are you doing today?
Great to be back, bro. We have a lot to discuss because this World Cup's been actually pretty interesting. Almost none of my third place predictions were right. I think only one of them were right.
Yeah. And the last person I'll be introducing is a new person coming to the discussion coming to the Nomicon and Friends Discuss series. His name is Geeky. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. This World Cup has been interesting. I am very happy I don't put money on these games because my bracket is officially busted.
I don't bet at all, honestly. All right. So without further ado, let us begin with the first round of 32 match, which will begin tomorrow. Canada versus South Africa. Now, how did South Africa got to this point? Well, it's because they won against South Korea, which is a pretty significant upset because a lot of us had South Korea winning against South Africa, and turns out it was the complete opposite.
RIP to South Korea, bro.
Yeah.
RIP to them.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm still mourning that, bro.
Yeah.
They were still in this morning and now they're gone.
Yep.
RIP.
And thanks to their loss, they're getting grouped. It is not looking good for them. So, all right. As for the Canadians, they got in second place because the group leaders is in Group B is Switzerland. So they will battle in Los Angeles on neutral ground. So I think if this were Canada and South Korea, I had South Korea winning this, but since it's South Africa, I think Canada might get this done. I think Canada will advance to the round of 16. How about you, Carbs?
Yeah, definitely agree that Canada would be the one to win against South Africa. Although they both have the exact same amount of like points wise. Like the only difference, actually no, they're pretty similar with how they got their points too. Like Canada tied their first game, South Africa lost their first game. Canada won their second one, South Africa tied their second one, and then Canada lost their last one, and then South Africa won their last one. So, man, if I was so sad that they like beat South Korea, bro, because it's like I was really hoping that they would advance the second round. Like, but yeah, they could have done it like better against Canada, like if it was South Korea versus Canada. But I don't know. Like, I could potentially see this tying. I'm not gonna lie. Like, they could tie. But if I had to give the edge to one of them, probably Canada for sure.
Yeah. How about you, Geeky?
It's tough now because it seems like South Africa's finally starting to click, and if a lot of people were having hype for South Africa, I mean, they beat South Korea, and because South Korea's gamble backfired on them horribly. Canada was what we expected. Maybe people thought, and they thought, oh, home field advantage would have let them get first, but instead now they're playing second. The game is in Los Angeles, so I'm very interested to see what the crowd's going to be like. But I can see this being really close, either a 1-goal difference or maybe this goes into extra time.
Dude, the thing is, South Africa, like, okay, they did play well, But think about it. The only reason why they played well against South Korea, for example, was because South Korea, like their biggest struggle was like attacking. They could just, for the life of themselves, not get a single goal in. South Africa also barely made a goal against South Korea. So, like, I mean, and Canada's made multiple goals against other teams as well. Granted, those other teams that Canada beat were, Qatar. So,
A
still though.
9-man guitar, and also Ismail Kone is out for the rest of the tournament.
Yeah. Still though, like, I don't know, man. Yeah, RP to that player's career for the rest of the World Cup. But
Yeah,
or like just in general, because that guy's like is done.
yeah, and
But
you know the crazy thing about South Korea, their coach, he's actually a pretty big figure in South Korea. He's like known as one of the best defenders in Asian football. And now that he
dang.
got South Korea grouped with with the Czech
The thing,
Republic
like,
and South Africa.
crazy enough though, like so cool that they played very great defense, but they couldn't just attack, which sucks because that's what they really needed like to move forward. Because I honestly see the potential in that team. It just sucked that they couldn't for the life of themselves attack. Like, why couldn't they do what they did against the Czech Republic, bro? Like, come on, they could have just made like at least one.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I said, it
But
was that gamble where like the coach admitted, "Hey, I'm gonna put Son on the bench, bring him off in the second half because we're gonna tire out the South Africans to score a goal." And I'm like, "Are you sure that was gonna work?"
are you sure about that?
Are you sure
Yeah,
about that? You're right.
yeah. What's RIP to South Korea. But luckily,
Yeah.
my other teams are still in, so that's great. I'm still hyped up. Still
I
hyped.
mean, he was a former soccer player, but he was pretty good. But as a coach, I'm not really seeing him. I'm just like,
No. The thing he did good, but he just should have
yeah,
strategized a bit better to make it so the team could attack. Because you could see the way he coached,
right,
like for defense, like it shows. But it just sucks that
yeah,
like he could not like train them to attack well. There would only be like 2 or 3 players up there. Then that's it.
yeah.
And
I feel bad for my best friend that she went to the Mexico game to go see the South Korea against South Africa. Like, yeah, a lot of people were pissed.
Dang, yeah.
I'm seeing a
yeah,
lot of South Korean videos. What their reaction to their loss to South Africa. Yeah, they're not happy. Like they're literally not happy.
Yeah.
South
Like a lot of
Korea
Mexican
Twitter
fans
has
were
been
mad.
like crashing out for the last 3 days, and they're still going.
It
Yeah,
was who it
it
was.
was. It was. It really sucks. This is not even the first time.
But at least I'm happy that my blue team is ready.
Not even the first time Hon Myung-bo even coached South Korea. He coached them in 2014, and South Korea got grouped there too. Absolutely insane.
But what was the group though? What's the difference on the group though? Because
I
was that
have
the one where
no clue, honestly, no clue.
let me pull that up because I feel like depends on the group. We would be like, oh, it makes sense they got grouped. I mean,
Oh
let's
yeah,
see.
oh yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we just added a new member. We got Forze coming in. How you doing today?
Not much. Just watching the Jordan and Argentina. Then I'm watching the other game on my other screen TV. So I'm watching two soccer at the same time, and plus my wrestling event. I got a lot of sports and Evo as well. I forgot about
Yeah,
Evo too.
yeah, I'm not even paying attention to Evo, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, but right now,
So
most important one
so
is the World Cup. So far, I'm actually like, what do y'all think of the World Cup this year? Do you guys enjoy it?
Yeah, a lot.
it's a lot more fun than 2022.
Definitely,
Yeah,
definitely.
this has been a crazy World Cup, not gonna lie.
Yeah, it
It really
is.
was so.
All right, Forze.
But
A lot of equalizer after equalizer.
So Forze,
Yeah, go ahead.
you got Canada winning against South Africa, right?
I don't know about that one, Chief.
Oh, you.
I mean, I do like the two teams, Canada, which is, That's the hardest one because I like how Canadians are playing. South Africa, it amazed me that they finally advanced to the next round. So my pick will definitely be Canada.
All right, yeah, I think we're all in agreement that Canada advances.
Yeah.
All right,
Yep.
Yeah.
so
I think we also got to bring up the Jesse Marsh Vendetta, though.
yeah,
Because
yeah,
I'm pretty sure Jesse wants to do better than Poch at this tournament, no matter
yeah,
what.
he does. And the next round of 32 match is a pretty heartbreaking one for me. Brazil versus Japan.
That's my team, y'all.
I want the Japanese to go through. I really do. But I think this is where the Blue Lock campaign ends here. Because I just think
Yeah, I don't know if you guys know this
Maybe.
is going up against Brazil, so yeah, Japan's kind of cooked, guys. Japan was also another team I was supporting a lot, but even I can, I recognize that they're not beating Brazil, guys. And Neymar Jr. is playing on the team now, so yeah, Japan's cooked, guys.
all right, do you
I don't
agree?
We'll have
know.
to
I
see
have
because
this. I don't know. I mean, this is also Japan without Endo and Matoma and Minamino. And it makes you wonder if they were on the team, could they beat Brazil? But yet,
The thing is, Japan also has that same issue with Korea, and it's like they can't really attack well. Japan has done better attacks than Korea, I'm not gonna lie. But like Japan and Korea have just been playing very defensively, barely attacking. And if they try to attack, they only have like two guys up front trying to make a goal. So I don't know. Like they're and the thing is, Brazil is known for attacking. So
right.
I don't know.
But
It's
if they
looking
could
more.
pocket Vinny, then it's over though.
But Brazil
Sure,
doesn't.
sure, yeah.
Brazil doesn't just have.
Dude, have you seen? The
Right, but
thing is, like, Vinny may be fast, like, and the Japanese are fast too, but come on now, like, Vinny's fast and he's a fast attacker. So, like, plus now that Neymar's in there, yeah, bro, I don't know. It might be GG. Looks like very GG's for Japan right now.
Do you
is it a
agree,
blowout
Forze?
though, or
Probably.
is it going to be close?
It, like, like, honestly, here's my score prediction. It might be 2-0. That's my score prediction.
Because remember, this is not their first time playing. They already played before, and the result from those teams, yeah, Brazil usually beats them. It'll be 4-0, 3-0. This is like way back. But a lot of people keep telling me this is a Captain Tsubasa reference from the anime series that Japan will beat Brazil, which that's what I've been hearing about it.
Okay, bro.
All right,
But wait, didn't Brazil lose to Japan 1-0 last time they played in a friendly a month ago or 2 months ago?
yeah, but that's the thing. That's a friendly.
It was a friendly
Yeah, like,
3-2. So.
like, were they using their top tier players when they did that friendly? I don't think so, bro.
Good question. I didn't watch it.
Hmm.
All right, Forze,
Yeah,
I think
so, like,
I think we're in agreement. You agree that Brazil will win against Japan?
We're gonna because so far I'm actually liking the new head coach, which he was doing. They were doing pretty good on 2022. We lost to Croatia on the penalty shootout. I remember that day driving to my best friend's house in Annandale while watching the game and driving at the same time.
That's crazy.
I mean, we're gonna have to see because I've been watching these teams since Japan since 2006. That's when my boy Keisuke Honda was around. And they didn't do too well. They were mostly got knocked out of the group stage. Never advanced to the next round until I see in 2018 was the last time I saw them advance to the round of 16. I don't know whose team they lost, but yeah, Japan has always been my side since '06. So 20 years.
Yeah, I think we're all in agreement that I think most of us are in agreement that Brazil will win. It's all.
Hey, y'all. Sorry to interrupt this. But Argentina just scored, so yeah.
Yep, I'm looking at it right now. They just
Just wanted
scored.
to put that out.
Not surprised. It's Jordan. They're already eliminated.
Yeah.
So. All right.
Yeah.
So the
Yeah.
next round of 32 match is, I believe it's Germany and Paraguay. Okay, I know the Germans are
Ooh.
not in the best form right now, but this should be an easy dub for the Germans. They have better players than
And
Paraguay. I think like front to back, they have better players than Paraguay. Like the only the only player that you could argue that the the only player that you could argue that Paraguay has than Germany is Gustavo Gomez, who is a center back for Paraguay. But otherwise, the Germans should take care of this. Do you agree, Carps?
Yeah, 100% agree. Germany's gonna win. If Germany loses to Paraguay, like how they lost to Ecuador, yeah, bro, this World Cup's unpredictable.
Yeah,
Like we have no idea who's like what could happen, bro.
uh,
Because that'd be insane if Paraguay clutches and actually beats Germany.
yeah.
I will say this though, the biggest like factor when it comes to these like matches for this World Cup specifically is the what's his name? Like frick. Uh what's the name of the guy who's in charge of making the calls in a game in a match?
the
The
referee?
the referee. I don't know if you guys been noticing this, but these referees were probably discussing with each other and saying, you know, how soccer usually, or my bad, how football usually has a ton of like fouls and stuff. What if we just didn't call them? You know, make things a bit more interesting. So yeah, I don't know if you noticed a pattern where there's like so many fouls that should have been called but just haven't, and then the ones that have been called were either like extremely, you know, like actually needed fouls, or they were just BS calls. I don't know if you guys noticed this. Yeah, with that's what I'm saying. Like, just because you like a team plays well or a team doesn't play well doesn't necessarily mean like they'll lose. Because there's a lot of teams that should have been eliminated, but haven't because the ref just didn't call like fouls on them. Like, do you guys know what I'm trying to get at?
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, Geeky, do you agree that the Germans should take care of Paraguay?
So Diego Gomez, the left back for Paraguay, is suspended for this game for yellow card accumulation.
Ooh, that's a big blow.
So Paraguay is basically going to be exposed on the left hand side. If and I don't know who the backup is, so I generally I think it's pretty much going to be Germany winning. It's just a matter of how many goals and then the cross accuracy at this point.
All right, Forze.
I've got to go with Germany all the way. So I just
All
hope, they're going to do pretty well because against Paraguay, I mean, we all witnessed how they play against the United States,
right.
which, golly.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. That was
Demolished.
that was cinema.
Yeah.
They got
It was
cooked.
cinema. They got cooked so bad. It was what, 4-0 or was it 4-1?
4-1.
4-1.
Yeah, 4-1. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, 4-1. Damn. But
All
yeah,
right.
I'm always gonna go with Germany. I kind of miss the old group, West Germany or East Germany. Those were the OG teams.
All
Yeah,
right.
but my dad agrees. He just sent me a text. He told me Germany's they're gonna win today. Even though my dad's watching the game right now.
All right. The next round of 32
Fun
match,
fact.
I think we might be split on this. The Netherlands versus Morocco. This is I can't believe this is the round of 32 match. This one is
I
this
know,
one
right?
is so tough to predict, dude. Like every single player in both of these countries, they're class, absolute class. Um, this is so hard. It is so tough to predict this, but maybe I might give this one to the Dutch. I'll give this one to the Dutch. I'm not. I'm not gonna. Maybe it's because they have slightly better attackers than the Moroccans, but but I think the Dutch might win this just barely. How about you, Carps?
I don't know. That one's pretty tough. I feel like my vote would. Oh my gosh, bro. The thing is, I would usually go for the one that's like gone up against like a hard team already. But the thing is, Morocco played against Brazil like when they played. Like Brazil wasn't really like locked in for that one. So I don't know, man. Like, could it potentially go to penalties?
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know though. Oh man, this is. I probably have it go like having. It's probably going to be a tie going to penalties, and honestly, like based off of penalty shots, oh frick, man. Um, I think you're right. I might have to give it to Netherlands, like, because it might like it could go to Morocco, but if it were to go to penalties, I give it to the Netherlands.
All
So
right.
Netherlands is gonna like if tied, Netherlands is gonna win. If not, I put my money in Morocco.
All right. Geeky.
Like I said,
I'm
this is like this one's gonna be a very interesting match.
I am
Like,
so split on this because personally, I don't trust Coleman as a manager, and that's my biggest gripe is like, where does the Coleman run end? And I could see Morocco pulling a shock 1-0 Harambal win, but if it goes to penalties, you sub out Diaz and not let him go anywhere near that spot kick. That's all but it's too close to call right now. Do we know? And there's no suspensions and no injuries, right?
Uh, I have no idea, honestly.
Okay, actually, I just pulled it up. So the only suspensions is Diego Gomez for Paraguay and Mohamed Lashin for Egypt.
Okay. So not a lot of players.
Yeah, it's it's a 1 goal difference. It can go either way at this.
So I'm assuming you're going
But
for the
I'm gonna
Dutch,
go.
right?
I'm gonna go Morocco though. I feel like there's no. I think I'll just go Morocco on this one if I
That's
had to pick.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. This match could go either way, honestly. How about you, Forze?
I agree with everyone. It's just this is gonna be a tough. This could be a very interesting game to watch. I'm expecting 0-0, and then they'll decide to go extra time, and they don't score penalty. That's a tough one. Morocco, they did a fantastic job in 2022. The first African nation that made it to the semifinals. Ah, really tough one though, because for my pick, that's a tough one. I do like the Netherlands though. They've been playing pretty well. Think with Morocco, but it's still 50-50. I haven't decided yet which team I want to support.
Yeah, I don't.
But I am looking forward to watch that game on Monday. It's just like everyone's gonna be watching. I feel like the whole world's gonna talk about this match.
Yeah, they are.
These team though, they're good. And also we have one of our friends. He's representing Morocco too. So that's a tough one.
All right.
It's gonna be a tough one.
I know, man. I know, man. You just need to pick one.
I'm gonna go with Morocco.
Okay, I guess we're split. I guess all of us are split. So, oof, I think we might have to. we might have to skip this one. We should think about it more. All right, the next round of 32 match is the Ivory Coast versus Norway. I I gotta appreciate the Ivory Coast for actually making it for their first knockout round in World Cup history. That said, I do not think they will handle Holland. I I think Holland will be too much to handle for the defense of the Ivory Coast. Yeah, I think Holland, Sorloth, Nusa, Odegaard. I think they're gonna manhandle the Ivory Coast. So I think Norway's got this. How about you, Carbs?
So I think we can unanimously say that Norway's gonna win, right? I think we can all agree to that. Like, no debate, no doubt about it. Like Ivory Coast, when you cool that you guys made it this far, but like, yeah, y'all are not beating Norway. The only reason why France beat Norway that much, against each other, was because Holland wasn't playing at all. But yeah, Norway's got that. Money's on Norway.
All right, Geeky.
It's going to be Norway wins. It's just a matter of how many goals. Will Ivory Coast score one? Also, Austria just scored.
Austria just scored. Okay.
Also, Argentina just scored a penalty shot,
Yep.
so
Penalty shot.
2-0 right now.
All right. Forze.
I'm a Holland fan. You know me, Norway all day.
All right. So guess we're all in agreement that Norway advances. All right. So
Yep. And also, they're best known for Norwegian black metal.
yes. Yes. The next
I mean,
round,
the country is really nice and beautiful when it comes to music. Oh yeah, they go crazy.
the next round of 32 matches France versus Sweden. Victor Gyökeres, Alexander Isak. Nice knowing y'all. Y'all are not beating France. No way. Y'all are not beating France. The Swedish defense is ass. Absolute trash. That and which is crazy because that one of their main starters in the defense is Victor Lindelof. So yeah, I can't see. I think the Swedish will be completely overwhelmed by the French attack. France. This is an easy dub for France. Do you agree, Carbs?
Yep. Sorry, I was just watching the Argentina versus Jordan match, but yeah, money's on France, no doubt. Um, nice knowing you, Sweden. You guys played great. Not great enough to beat France, though.
All right, Geeky.
Get this fraud Graham Potter out of the World Cup already, and this team that did not deserve to be here. They're done.
Okay. Forze.
France all day.
All right. All right. The next round of 32 matches is an extremely spicy one. Mexico versus Ecuador. Oof. All right, Geeky. I'm gonna let you go first since you're Mexican.
I need Mexico to win this because I do not want to be clowned by Ecuadorians for the next 4 years.
Damn.
Legitimately, the Copa America draw was bad enough, but if Mexico loses to the Azteca to Ecuador, that's going to be held over our head until they play again in the World Cup.
Yeah.
But I think Mexico will do it. So even though, not because I want them to, it's because Ecuador's attack is so blunt that there's no way they can keep up. I mean, Enter Valencia hasn't had a good shot this whole tournament. And I mean, even if you look at the two Germany goals, the first one was a good goal, but the second one came off a corner where Neuer made a mistake. Do you think Talanangel is going to make that same mistake that Neuer made off that corner?
I mean, from what I'm hearing, the Mexican community doesn't rate Talanangel all that much.
They don't, not anymore, but South Korea did save him. That South Korea performance did a stock up, and he did have a good game against Czech Republic before Memo came on. So
That is true.
and Mexico's Mexico's defense with Johan Vasquez and Cesar Montes has only let one goal in, with down ahead in goal, and the only person to score on them was Jeremy Doku from outside the box.
All right. All right. Anything else, Geeky? Yeah.
If I'm just gonna tell everyone right now, if everyone's expecting like an exciting match, this is just gonna be South Korea versus Mexico part 2. That's how I think the vibes are gonna go by.
Okay. This one's tough for me because yes, Ecuador's attack is not good at all, but that defense that defense is great though. That's a great defensive line. Bacho, Hikapie, who else? Istupinian. Yeah, dude. Very few national teams have that great defensive line. But that said, Hinkapie has been exposed a couple of times in this World Cup. This is not his best campaign. The As far as I know, Pacho has not been exposed. But since this is they are playing at the Azteca. That home field advantage for Mexico will play a role, but the altitude is not going to affect Ecuador because I think Quito has a much bigger altitude than Ciudad de Mexico. So this is a very very this is so tough to call. I'm not gonna lie. It's not gonna be pretty. The game's gonna be super ugly. I might give this to Mexico. I think I'll give them the edge because their home field they have a massive home field advantage. That the Azteca is a fortress. It is a well-known fortress. So I'll give the slight edge to Mexico, but the score line is gonna be very very close. So I'll pass it off to Carbs.
So, oh man, I don't know, man. Um, I will say this: if Ecuador plays just like how they played against Germany, Ecuador's got this. However, if Mexico plays just as well as they did against Korea's defense, then I can give it to Mexico. Like realistically, who do I support more? Do I support more Ecuador because I'm South American, or do I support Mexico more because just Mexico? I like supporting Mexico. I don't know. I like realistically. I think I support Mexico more than I do Ecuador. So I hope Mexico wins just because of how well like South Koreans and Mexicans got like along very well. So I'm pretty sure Korea is like supporting Mexico as well. So yeah, I'm gonna be supporting Mexico for this. I just really hope like that Mexico can beat Ecuador. But if Ecuador plays just like how they played against Germany, I don't know. It's gonna be close. Like it might be a 1 goal difference too. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Mexico's got this.
All right, Forze.
That is a tough choice, but I'm gonna go right to the chase. I feel like Mexico, because Mexico they did a pretty good job on their first match in the against South Africa. There was South Korea though. That was really interesting. But yeah, I mean, I do like Ecuador team. They did a fantastic job. But this could be another interesting game to watch. So we'll see who wins. But I'm definitely gonna support Mexico because I like the goalkeeper Guillermo Ochoa all day.
All right.
That's
So
my pick.
all
Yep.
right. So I guess we all got Mexico. All right. The next
And this is
one.
what Ochoa's last World Cup.
Yep. Yeah, he said he's going to retire after
This
this World Cup.
oh damn,
Yeah,
he was a good lad.
it was.
He was a great guy. Yeah.
The, the next round of 32 matches England versus the Congo. I congratulations for Congo for making it this far. That said, easy dub for the English. There's no way England are not taking an L on this. That's all I'll say. How about you, Carbs?
Long live the King, Charles, because they're going to be winning. Yeah, Congo, nice seeing y'all. Nice knowing y'all. But y'all are done. Y'all are cooked. England for the win.
All right, Geeky.
Congratulations to DR Congo. Congrats on making it this far. Congrats on the draw with Portugal. But your time ends now. Wampasaka, you're about to see why you weren't called up to the England national team. And if you guys can lose by one goal, respectable. But don't give Harry Kane space. Don't give a penalty. We'll see you in 4 years.
All right, Forze.
Oi, governor, it's your boy Onk here, and I'm definitely gonna be picking with my team England. Which I do like the new team. We got the DR Congo, which they did a fantastical job. But when I saw the bracket for England, I already know they're gonna be dead. It was a good run. They did a fantastic job, debuted at the World Cup. Hopefully, I'll get to see them again in the next 4 years. So I'm going to England, just like what Unc says.
All right, so I guess we all agree the English will go through. The next one is that's another complicated one. Belgium versus Senegal. Both of these teams have been pretty underwhelming to say the least. Yeah, Belgium have top this group, but they don't exactly look convincing. I mean, as for Senegal, dude, they were in the same group as France and Norway. This was like the group. This was like the group of death. Yeah, this was like the group of death. So Senegal did not. There was nothing Senegal could have done. Uh, this is so hard to call, man. Oh, this is tough. I, I think I might have a hot take on this. I think Senegal might get this because I'm not entirely convinced with Belgium as of this moment. Maybe they'll lock in for this game, but I don't know. I think I might give the slight edge to Senegal because Senegal as a whole, like the whole entire starting 11, I would argue can compete with Belgium, and think they might I think they might snag the W. How about you, Carbs?
I'm just gonna say, I think Senegal might win against Belgium. The only reason why I'm saying this is because Senegal has already gone against harder teams. So they already like got a bit of got a taste of like what's to come if they win against this match, right? So I honestly think Senegal might beat Belgium. They did do pretty well against who was it? Like I think was it France or Norway? Either one of those two teams. But like I might honestly give it to Senegal. Yep, I think Senegal has proved more against going up against Norway and France. Sure, like they lost, right? But still, though, like I think Senegal's got this. Belgium, I mean, I don't know. 'Cause Belgium, they went up against New Zealand, Iran, and Egypt. Cool. Like, and like the only way they got first place, anyways, was because they tied their first two games and then they won their last one. So yeah, they're basically on the same par as Egypt. But yeah, I'm gonna give it to Senegal.
All right, Geeky.
If Belgium won the group with 9 points and didn't fraud their way to the top, I would have said Belgium. I'm actually going to go with Senegal with the same reason that the Carp's saying, because we've seen how Senegal plays against top teams and they can hold their own. And I mean, Belgium's still starting De Bruyne, and he looks like a shell of himself. It's going to be. I have it surprisingly as a 2-1 Senegal win, and that's only because Courtois is still playing well. And Algeria just scored, by the way.
Oh, okay. All right, Force.
I'm gonna go with Senegal. I used to be a Belgium fan, but freaking Lukaku always keeps missing shots at every second. So, Belgium was pretty good, but I don't know. I'm just gonna go with Senegal. Senegal did a fantastic job since 2022, and
All right.
I'm gonna go with this guys because I was thinking about going with Belgium, but and then I realized, oh wait, Lukaku's still playing. If he screws up, yeah, they're done, like he always does.
All right. I guess we're all in agreement with Senegal. All right. The next round of 32 match is the United States versus Bosnia. All right. All right. So I'm gonna go in full detail on this. I need the whole entire media to absolutely shut the fuck up, and because y'all are giving Bosnia more, big ass weapons and give them more motivation to go gun ho on us. All right, y'all need to shut the fuck up. All right, I hate the fact that y'all are giving them more. Y'all are giving the Bosnians more weapons and more motivation. But that that said, we okay. We lost to Turkey, but I need you guys to understand this. We used our B team. Like a majority of our players that played against Turkey, they were on the bench for the first two games. The only starter that played against Turkey was Weston McKennie. Yeah. So we're gonna for Bosnia we're gonna use the same exact players that we used for Paraguay and Australia. So I so that said, we cannot underestimate the Bosnians. These guys are warriors. These guys will fight tooth and nail to make sure they get the ball and to irritate us as much as possible. I mean, they gave the Italians a fight, and look what happened. They're they're the Bosnians qualified to the World Cup, and they made it to the knockout rounds for the first time in history. Then they gave the Canadians a good fight too. They gave them a hard fought draw. And and yes, the Swiss definitely have bodied them, but for the first half, it seemed pretty even. So and they won 3-1 against Qatar, but like, come on guys, it's Qatar. That said, the Americans the Americans should take care of this. They absolutely need to take care of this. If we somehow do not take care of the Bosnians, that is a national embarrassment, national embarrassment. And so I'm giving this one to the states. How about you, Carbs?
Just wanted to point out that Bosnia was beating Canada 1-0 for the first half of the game, and then Canada scored at the 78th minute. So they were playing pretty good against Canada. I'm not gonna lie. With that being said, however, what the heck is a kilometer? I don't know what that is because the U.S. has got this, bro.
All right, Geeky.
I'm gonna say I am from Bosnia. Take me to America, but this is where the journey ends. But I can surprisingly this. I don't know if this is a hot take or not, but I can see this going into extra time, but not penalties though. But USA does win it. Just don't be surprised if this goes into extra time.
Really? Extra time. Okay, interesting. So you think it's going to be 0-0 the entire match until extra time?
I could see like a 1-1.
Hmm. You know what? Yeah, I still got high hopes for the U.S. Like, yeah, bro. Like if the U.S. uses their good players, I think Bosnia is like cooked. So
All right, Forze.
That's a tough one. Bosnia. They beat it this year. They did pretty good. But honestly, I am so proud of the team of USA. No, I'm not gonna be. I'm gonna be real. Back then, they used to be horrible, but so far they're doing pretty good. But now, I feel like we might have a chance. So I'm gonna go with Team USA. But I like what the other guy says. There might be maybe a tied game, but we'll have to see though. Let's just hope America. Let's just hope these guys better win because this will be a big thing. If they advance to the round of 16, let's go. So I'm going with
This
USA.
this is also an interesting factoid too. Bosnia is the last European team that the US beat.
That's crazy.
Because I
Yeah,
really
we.
want to see England versus USA in the 4th of July match. That will be one of the most amazing match of all time. Just imagine that. England versus USA on the 4th of July.
All right. The
Like
all right.
Team USA.
All right. The next round of 32 match is not official as of the recording of this video. The next round of 32 match is Spain versus Austria. Assuming Austria wins against Algeria. As of the making of this video, the match between Austria and Algeria is still going. I think they're starting the second half. So I need you to bear with me, folks. But that said, whoever advances, if it's either Austria or Algeria, the Spanish got this. This is an easy dub for the Spanish. I mean, yes, they kind of underwhelmed in their group with Cape Verde, Saudi Arabia, and Uruguay, but this isn't. But still, this is an easy dub for the Spanish. There's way too much talent for them to not get to not to not make this to not make this difficult. How about you, Carbs?
yeah, honestly, I had like I don't see how Spain loses this. Yeah, like we're good. Like Spain's got this. Who like I'm sorry I missed it, but who are they like supposed to play? Like this isn't official, but who are they supposed to play?
Austria.
Austria.
Yeah, Spain's got that.
Yeah. How about you,
Yeah,
Geeky?
Spain's okay. Spain's good.
Even though I will admit I am a Ralph Ragnick glazer, as much as I want Austria to do well because of Rangnick, it's going to be Spain.
Yeah.
Unless they would have to have like Luis de la Fuente bench Nico Williams and Yamal and like 3 other starters to even give Austria a chance. But I did see that Nico Williams might not be able to play next game. So we got to keep an eye out on that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's confirmed that he's injured. All right, Forze.
Spain. I'm going with Spain.
Yeah, bro. I think easy dub for
Yeah, because our boy Yaman. Yaman. Let's go, bro. We got Yaman.
Yeah,
We'll be all right.
Yaman, bro. Like that's the accurate response. The
Yeah,
only
we got
Yaman.
Yaman. Yeah, we have Yaman.
All
We
right,
got Yaman, bro. Like that's our argument. Yaman.
all right, yeah.
Yaman.
All right. I think the next one we're gonna be split on this. Portugal versus Croatia. Jesus Christ, this one's
Ooh, what?
yeah, this one's tough, man. This one is tough. I can't believe this is a round of 32 match, man. Oh my god, this one is so tough. Jesus Christ. So, oh my god,
European
where
nation.
to start on this? Portugal is elite in every single position. With almost every single position with the attackers, the midfield. That the the midfield's literally best in the world. The defense, great defense, and Diogo Costa is a fantastic goalkeeper. Croatia is a unit too. Like these guys will not go down without a fight. Uh, that said, I will give this one to the Portuguese unless Roberto Martinez decides to be a fraud, which he tends to do that. He tends to do that, but if he doesn't fraud it, if he doesn't become a fraud, I will give this one to the Portuguese. How about you, Cards?
Honestly, I'm only gonna say Portugal just because I want Portugal to advance enough to probably go up against Argentina because I would love to see that happen. But gosh, I don't know. It's a hard one, guys. But if I had to give the dub, I want Portugal to win, honestly. But I only want them to win just so that the Argentina versus Portugal match could happen.
All right, Geeky.
Uh, as much as Croatia has been fun for the last 2 World Cups, I think it's gonna be Portugal. I mean, we don't even. Martinez is a fraud, but this is a battle of the youngs between Modric and Ronaldo, both in their 40s. I think Croatia will gas out during the game, and then once Croatia gasses out, Portugal will go for the kill. But I could see it being close as well.
All right, Forze.
Ooh, two of the biggest team. Portugal, Croatia, which honestly, Croatia did a fantastic job from the past 2 World Cups games. Second place, 2018. Well, is either picking Mordecai or Ronaldo. And those two guys this is their last World Cup. I'm gonna go with Portugal because Portugal did a fantastic job. With or without Ronaldo. I feel like they're gonna do good.
All right, all right.
So let's go Team Stewie.
All right. The next round of 32 match uh, also has not been confirmed. And as of the making of this video, I am going with Switzerland and Iran. Uh, Not confirmed yet. We don't know what will happen yet. So this is not confirmed. I need to reiterate that. So, but that said, whoever's making to the knockout rounds, I don't think it matters. The Swiss got this. This is an easy W for the Swiss. So, regarding Iran, they have they have decent players, but their defense is atrocious. It is absolutely atrocious defense. So I think the Swiss will take advantage of that. How about you, Carbs?
Yeah, I think it's well, not easy dub, but I just do give the dub. Is it an easy dub? Yeah, it's probably an easy dub. I just give it to Switzerland. Like, yeah, like this match is like, in my opinion, not like gonna like the best match, but yeah, I give it to Switzerland.
All right, Geeky.
If Switzerland don't play like how they played against Qatar, this
Yeah.
is going to be an easy. This is going to be a win. But if they
All
play like how they played against Qatar, there is that slight chance of a slip up, but it will be Swiss no matter what.
all right, Forze.
Switzerland. I'm just my decision. Swiss.
Yeah. All
But
right.
let's see. Let's see which team will advance. And then, since this is pre-recording, guys, all this what you guys are saying is like we never know.
All right. The next round of 32 matches: Australia versus Egypt. This is an interesting one. Um, I think Egypt is a pretty decent team, and congratulations for them to making it to the knockouts, the World Cup knockouts for the first time in history. Um, I will give this to I will give this to the Aussies because bro, that defense, oof, that is that's a defensive unit. I don't know if Egypt has the manpower to take over their. I don't know if the attack from the Egyptians will take over the defense of the Aussies. I just don't see it. I think the Aussies will get this. How about you, Carbs?
Um, I like honestly, I think I would give the dub to New Zealand.
Australia.
Yeah, let's
Australia.
Australia. Whoa, my bad, bro. Forgot those were like two completely different teams. Yeah, Australia got it against Egypt.
All right, geeky.
But yeah,
So
not
I'm going to give. Yeah, did you have anything else to add?
no, because like realistically, probably won't even like watch that match. But
Okay.
but yeah.
So I'm going to say Australia, but I'm going to say this. This secretly might be the most entertaining game of the round of 32. This might be like Turkey versus Australia in the group stage. How that just went back and forth, just wild attacking football and versus defense, but it's going to be Australia.
All right, Forze.
I gotta agree with those two guys. I'm gonna go with Aussie, Aussie, Aussie.
All right, Australia advances. The next round of 32 matches: Argentina versus Cabo Verde. Congratulations for Cabo Verde for not only debuting for the World Cup but advancing to the knockouts. That is a huge accomplishment. Massive props to y'all. This is where y'all's campaign ends because I do not see in any timeline that Argentina fumbles this. So this is an incredibly easy dub for the Argentines. How about you, Carbs?
Argentina wins, no debate. Next question.
Geeky.
Argentina wins. Not even a Vecina masterclass can save this team.
All right, Forze.
Argentina. A lot of people are betting 15K for the other team to win. I'm like, they did a good job. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm gonna go straight to it. I'm gonna go with Argentina. We got Magician. We got Di Marie and everyone. So we'll be good. Easy wins for now.
All right. And the last round of 32 match is Colombia versus Ghana. Uh, I I don't think I don't think Ghana will handle Colombia's attack. Like Jesus Christ, Colombia, dude, these guys are insane. I saw all three of their matches, dude. These guys are speed demons, dude. Actual speed demons, man. Yeah, I don't see Ghana handling them at all. Like, I think this is where Ghana's campaign ends. All right, how about you, Carbs?
Yeah, I think this is gonna be. I wouldn't say easy dub, but honestly, like I think Colombia's got it. It might be 1-1 in the beginning, and then 2-1, with Colombia making it the second goal. But yeah, I think I give it to Colombia.
All right, Geeky.
Colombia wins, no debate, no question, and Ghana's even lucky to be here.
Yeah. All right, Forze.
Same, I agree. Team Colombia. We got to represent every Latino teams.
All right, I'm gonna do a heads or tails regarding Netherlands and Morocco. Heads is Netherlands, tails is Morocco. Since we can't agree on. All right, it's tails. Let's go. Let's go with Morocco. All right. Now we move on to the round of 16. All right, let's do this. The first. All right, let's do Canada and Morocco. I think that this is where the Canadian campaign ends. Morocco has better has better players than the Canadians. Although one can argue that Alfonso Davies can hang with Morocco's starting 11. But that said, this the the congratulations to the Canadians for making it this far. You all are not winning against the Moroccans. All right, Carbs.
Let's see. Canada versus Morocco. Yeah, I think I'll have to give it to whoa, I was gonna say Canada there for a second. No, Morocco's got that, bro. Yeah, I don't think Canada's good enough to go up against Morocco. So I mean they did Morocco did go up against harder teams as well. Yeah. Yeah.
All right,
Morocco's got that.
yeah. All right, Geeky.
Cue the Jesse Marsh meltdown. It's gonna be Morocco.
All right, Forze. Forze.
Oh, might be. I thought it was me. I'm gonna be. So I was saying. I'm gonna say Morocco.
All right, Morocco. Yeah, yeah. All right. The next one is Germany versus France.
World War II.
All due respect to the Germans, your players are your players are not good enough against the French. Like I'm sorry, no, the German starting 11 is not as good as the French starting 11. I'm sorry, this isn't. Yeah, the French are this is a dub. This should be a dub for the French. How about you, Carbs?
You know, because you said that now, I was gonna say it might be close, Germany versus France, but Germany doesn't have any outstanding players right now. So honestly, I'm definitely gonna give it to France though. Like, yeah, they got a ton of outstanding players. So
All right,
yeah, France for sure.
all
Like,
right,
I also want France to win.
all right, Geeky.
If this was the Euros, I would have said Germany, but since this is the World Cup, I'm gonna go with France.
Forze.
I'm gonna agree with everyone. It's gonna be France. I'm not familiar with some of the German players. I only know some of the the OGs, so France all the way.
All right. All right. The next round of 16 is Brazil versus Norway. Okay, this one's tough. I'm not gonna lie to you. Um, I will say this. There's one thing I will say. I would say Norway's attack is slightly better than Brazil's, while while I will say the Norwegian defense is worse than the Brazilian defense. So this is wow, this is gonna be a this is gonna be a very entertain this could be a very entertaining game. The thing is who's gonna score more goals. Ooh, this is tough, man. I do know that it is known that Brazil usually struggles against European opponents, but oh my god, oh man, I might give this to the Brazilians. I yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think the Brazilians might get this. It's gonna be very close, and there's gonna be a lot of goals too. So I'll pass this off to Carbs.
All right. Wait, you said it was Brazilians against who?
Norway.
Oh.
Yeah, I think we're gonna be split on
Oh.
this.
Whoa.
Yeah, I think all four of us are gonna be
Whoa.
split on
Brazil
this.
versus Norway. Man. Rick, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I think I'm gonna give the dub to Brazil, just for South America love, right? But dang, but it's gonna be a heck of a fight. It might honestly be 2-2 going into penalties. I don't know, man. Though I'm gonna give it to Brazil, but yeah, like honestly, man, whoa, bro. If I had money on this, I would not be betting on this game. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Frick, but I don't know. It's gonna be an intense match, but I would honestly support Brazil more than I would support Norway, just because of South America love. But yeah, Brazil. I think Brazil's gonna get the dub.
All right, how about you, Geeky?
So I want Brazil to win, but Brazil hasn't beaten a European opponent at a World Cup since 2002, and I don't know. This might be the game where Holland just says, "I'm gonna put the team on my back." Odegaard sent me the crosses, and I'll carry you guys for a victory. I just, I don't have Brazil winning the whole thing, and I feel like this would be the spot where they just run out of steam, and that's it. I'm gonna go Norway.
All right. Yeah, I get it. I get it. You, Forze?
It's a tough one. We don't know because like we don't know what's gonna happen, but shoot. Brazil, obviously, a very good team. The South American. Norway. Don't know, honestly. Just if I'm debating for this one, I'm definitely gonna go with Norway because one, I feel like they might have a chance to win and advance.
All right.
As much as I love Brazil, but I
All
just
right.
feel like Norway might have it.
All right. Another one where we're split. All right. We'll come back to this later. The next round of 16 match Mexico versus England. All right, Geeky. I'll let you start on this one because this is a pretty big topic on the Mexican community.
So if you watch every single Mexican YouTuber that talks about the Mexican national team, They have been calling for this game for months, and they're all saying, I think they can do it. Me personally, I don't know as much as I want it to happen. I know it's the Azteca. England actually hasn't played a game in Mexico. So that does bring up, does the altitude buff happen? And I want to say yes, Mexico wins it. But I just have this weird feeling that my is Mexico, but realistically, England wins by 1 goal. It's not going to be the blowout that everyone's going to think. I think Vasco's going to put the team ultra defensive. If I believe the best comparison, as people said, is if you watch when Vasco had Marioca in La Liga and how they would finish 7th, 8th, or 9th, it was very defensive ball, hit you on the counterattack, and as soon as you got the lead, you just wait for your opponent to make a mistake and keep trying to score off that way. The question becomes now, if it looks like England can't handle the altitude, then Mexico wins it. But I have Mexico going in the semis in my personal prediction, so I'm gonna have to stick by my guns, and I can't change last minute. I'm gonna go with Mexico, but I wouldn't be surprised if England wins.
Yeah. As for me, I I would be shocked if the English loses this. I know it's in the Azteca, but I come on, man. This is like the England has always been a World Cup contender. They have these. I know that they usually don't click as often as they should, but I I think they're at the point where this is where they will make a statement, and they're here. I think the English would be here for the long run. I just think I just think England is just way too talented just to get eliminated to the round of 16, and I think this is where the Mexican campaign ends. How about you, Carbs?
As much as I love England, oh man, I can't decide right now because it's I feel like it's a little too early to call it. Oh man, do I really think I might like I'm gonna ask my dad this question as well just to see what his personal opinion is on this. But I'm pretty sure he would say, nah, bro, like Mexico like will not be England based off of past experiences. But I don't know because Mexico's been playing pretty good so far. Like I said, I feel like it's just too early to. But I would love if Mexico like won. That'd be crazy. But yeah, my support is with Mexico.
Yeah, as much as I would love for Mexico for not letting England to lift the trophy in the U.S. because that would be fucking insane as an American. I can't see it. How about you, Forza?
Too early to decide, but that's the toughest one. Mexico. England, though. I mean, they're pretty good and everything. I'm gonna go with my gut saying, even though it's too early to predict it, but I gotta represent the other Spanish team. It will definitely will be Mexico for me. But we're gonna have to see though because this is way ahead. But we're gonna have to find out.
All right. This
I'm
is
going Mexico, and also damn, say it's 11:20. I'm about to get off. 'Cause I gotta go work tomorrow after school because they want me to come in early for the church event. So
all right.
I'll have to leave, guys. But thank you guys so much for having me in this video, and we'll discuss more about this in the near future.
Of
But
course.
we'll see what the brackets, if the brackets were true, And then, hey, we got some of them right, and we might have some of them wrong. But who
All
knows?
right.
But I know tomorrow is gonna be round of 32. I'm looking forward to it, and hopefully I will see you guys soon. But just let me know when you guys are gonna do the watch party again for the World Cup.
Of course, of course. All right. All right, Forze. See you later.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll see you guys later. So yeah, let's just hope who wins. This is gonna be
Yeah.
an interesting bracket, round of 32.
All right.
See you.
All right. Well,
See you, Forze.
See ya.
See you
take
guys.
it easy. All right. All right. As we move on to our next round of 16 matches, Switzerland versus Colombia. Uh, this is another. I think this is another one where I think the Swiss will be overwhelmed. Like again, Colombia are speed demons. These guys will attack, 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 attack. Okay, these guys have done it in the group stages. They've done it. They've done it against Congo. They've done it against Uzbekistan. They've even done it against Portugal, which is a better team than the Swiss. So I think this will be a dub for Colombia. I think the Swiss will be overwhelmed. How about you, Carbs? Carbs?
Dang, bro. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Now I'm just thinking.
Yeah. It's Switzerland versus Colombia.
Man, do I think Switzerland could be Colombia? Like I said, like it's honestly a bit it may be a bit too early to call this, but like I think I'm just gonna like keep on supporting my Latino teams and say Colombia has got this. But like I said, it's too early to call right now. But yeah, yeah, I got Colombia on this.
Uh, all right. How about you, Geeky?
I have Colombia winning, but I wouldn't be surprised if this is like a penalty shootout win. I mean, it just depends how that Swiss backline holds up against those speed demons, and also if James can pull one more game out of the hat, and if this is the game he shows up in, then it's over. But I think it'll be Colombia.
Yeah. All right. All right. All right. The next round of 16 matches. Argentina versus Australia again. Well, just like in the last World Cup. Um, so this Australian team is better than the one in 2022. And and if you guys remember, that Aussie team did not make it easy for the Argentines. So who? So this is a. I think I think Argentina will win this, but my God, the Aussies will make this tough. How about you, Carbs?
So yeah, like this one's a no debater. Argentina's gonna win, but I think it might be like at most a 2-0. That's all I'm saying. At most a 2-0. Maybe Australia might get like a point in, but I think Argentina's definitely gonna win like either 2-0 or 2-1. But yeah, that's it. Like, but Argentina's got this though.
All right, Geeky.
Argentina wins. Don't be surprised if a penalty's given, but it's either 2-0. I agree, it's either 2-0 or 2-1, but it's just a matter of how much can you push it to the edge. But yeah, 2-1 or 1, either 2-1, 2-0, or I could even see it be a 1-0.
All right. The last one, United States versus Senegal. No. Not the last one. The second to last. It breaks my heart to say this. I think this is where the state's campaign ends. Yes, they won against Senegal like a month ago, but Senegal, like, I think from what I've been told, they didn't use they didn't use some of their A squad. Uh, so if with now that they're going to use their A squad against us, and yeah, I think this is where the Americans campaign ends. Yeah, Senegal are just they're just too talented. They're yeah they some of the players in some positions have the Senegalese have like they're better they're better than us, and I think that the Senegalese will take advantage of that. Starting off with the goalkeeper. I think his name is Mendy. Mendy is better than Freeze. Um, maybe there's some I mean, okay, maybe not defenders because Koulibaly Koulibaly fell off, bro. I think it's time to hang up the boots, man. Hang up the boots. So maybe the States will take advantage of Koulibaly being horrible in this World Cup, but I think this is the one game where I think it's going to be on pens. But and Freeze is a pen specialist. That is true. I don't know. There is I want to believe, but at the same time, like I think this is where the states' campaign ends. Like I think Senegal wants this way way more. All right, carbs.
Okay, so you said Senegal that like slams the US. I mean, I think it might be a close match, but like the most I see Senegal winning, I like. Do I think Senegal could beat the US? Probably, because I feel like they're a stronger team, just like in general. But dang, bro, like, yeah, I think I agree with you that the Senegal does beat the US. However, I think it's gonna be like just like the last game with Argentina versus Australia. I think it's gonna be either 2-0 or 2-1. But that's it though. Like I don't see them scoring more than two against the US. But Senegal's got this.
All right, geeky.
This is if we ignore the last friendly because they did cut players who played on that team. It's kind of like if Senegal scores first, then Senegal wins it. But if the US scores first, I could see them winning it. It's one of those too close to call games where you almost have to see, hey, an injury, is there a suspension? Does somebody pick up form right? I mean, but I don't see this going to pens. I can see this being a last minute winner and whoever scores that last minute winner wins. I mean, but also I have the US doing better than Canada, and I don't know if the US going out in the round of 16 is better than them. They going out. They Canada going out in the round of 16 as well. I want. I really want USA to win this, but maybe it's probably good. I'm gonna go with Senegal because that's what the majority thinks.
Yeah, yeah. I want. Dude. I want the U.S. to win this, but like, I just don't see it. I'm sorry. I really don't see it. The last round of 16 match. Oh boy, oh boy. This is a big one right here. Portugal versus Spain. God damn it. Oh boy. I think this is the game where Roberto Martinez's tactics will get exposed. Although the last time they faced each other, Portugal did win. I think it was the Nations League final, the UEFA Nations League final. So, so maybe by that point, Luis de la Fuente would have figured Roberto Martinez's tactics out. So, I think Roberto Martinez will be a fraud in this game. I think the Spanish might get this W. How about you, Carbs?
Oh dang, bro, we're getting into like the good matches now. Ah, frick. Spain versus Portugal. We got Yamal versus Ronaldo right now. Oh man, frick. If I'm being honest, even though Spain might get the dub, I would like Portugal to win. Like I said, like because of my previous responses as to why I want Portugal to like move forward is because I want them to, go up against Argentina, right? But man, it like do they beat Spain? Probably not. Like realistically speaking, they probably don't beat Spain. But dang, bro, if Portugal does actually beat Spain, I will like be shocked. But yeah, I want Portugal to win, but I'm pretty sure Spain is winning this.
All right. How about you, Geeky?
So the last time they played a Nations League final, Portugal only won on pens. And the person that missed the penalty was Alvaro Morata. Alvaro Morata was not called into this World Cup squad. So, and I don't know, as much as you think, and with Roberto Martinez as the head coach of Portugal, he's gonna fumble it, and it's gonna be Spain and cue everyone saying "I told you so" to the Portuguese for hiring Roberto Martinez to ruin Ronaldo's last World Cup.
Yep. All right.
And this is a rematch of 2010 as well, so.
Right. Right. All right. Now we move on to the quarterfinals. And the first quarterfinal match is France versus Morocco. So the semifinal match from the 2022 World Cup. So, uh, argue. I would say both teams have gotten better, but that said, the also includes the French. I think the French will get this done. I think the French will beat the Moroccans. Maybe the Moroccans will upset the French, but I don't see it. So France will get it done. How about you, Carbs?
Yeah, I think France is definitely advancing. Like, yeah, I have no debate that France is advancing. They're just too good. Even like from right now, you could just predict. You can just tell that they're definitely gonna make it this far and probably like still keep going. But yeah, my dub is on France.
All right, Geeky.
So when I did my predictions after the squads were announced, I have France winning the whole World Cup, and after seeing them play, and I feel like I don't know just the way Morocco plays, but I felt like they still kind of underwhelmed me. I'm gonna go France.
Yeah, okay. All right, we're all going France. All right, I'm gonna do a heads and tails for Brazil versus Norway. Heads is Brazil, tails is Norway. Let's see what we got. Tails. All right, Norway advances. Norway versus Mexico. All right, Geeky. It's all you.
Honestly, the crazy part is I think Brazil, Mexico would have been a better matchup. Norway, Mexico. This is not going to be like the Czech Republic game where where Mexico went tall for the lineup. This is where the run magically ends. Thank God it's not the Azteca, it's in the US. So the streak still lives. But I don't think it'll be a blowout if these two were to play against each other. I think what would happen would probably be 2 win for Norway. Holland scores it, and it's a great testing base, but we'll be back in 2030. That's all I could say.
Yeah, I think the Norwegians will get the W against the host nation. Holland is bro. Holland is gonna. Yeah. I think Holland will absolutely take care of that. Will absolutely take care of that Mexican defense. And he's pretty. And this dude is tall as hell too. And I think Cesar Montes and Johan Vasquez will be extremely overwhelmed by Holland's presence, along with Sorloth and Nusa. So I think the Norwegians will get the W. How about you, Carbs?
It's kind of sad, but this is one of those rare, super rare occasions where size does matter. So yeah, Norway's got this in the bag. Like, hey, but just like Geeky said, at least it's not on home turf. That's the dub right there.
Yeah.
But yeah, Norway's got this. Not gonna like, we can all agree that Norway's got this.
Yep. All right. All right. Argentina versus Colombia. Oh my God, this one's tough. This one's so tough. Oh my God. This is the Copa America 2024 Grand Final. Again. Jesus Christ. Um unlike the other opponents Colombia has faced, Argentina is one of the very few countries that can handle the speed demons with Colombia. They can handle them. The problem is, how is this gonna end? Is this gonna end on whoever scores, or is it gonna end on pens? If this ends on pens, this is easily an Argentina win. If Oh my God, I'm so split on this. Like, this is crazy. Oh my God. Okay, so I think this game will end on pens, and if it does end on pens, I have Argentina winning this because Dibu Martinez is a monster when it comes to pens. All right, Carbs.
Realistically speaking, I think Argentina's got this. It'll be like definitely get flashbacks from 2024. But like I do see Argentina beating Colombia again. So maybe not to penalty shots, maybe just by up like 1 point, maybe 2-1 or 1-0. But like eventually if it does make it to penalties, I do give the dub to Argentina. Like if essentially I do believe that Argentina is beating Colombia.
All right, Geeky.
I want Colombia to win. Like I really want Colombia to win, but I can see Argentina winning this. But I can see this being a brawl at the end of the match, though. This is not going to be pretty. This is going to be both teams get frustrated, and we're going to see classic CONMEBOL beef ball where slide tackles are going to be thrown around, punches are going to be thrown around, and it's going to be an ugly 1-0. People are going to be like, wait, what? And the toxicity of the fan base is going to be on an all-time high. But
Oh yeah.
Argent's Argentina's gonna win it, and I even feel like dirty saying that.
It's at that point, like we're at the point, like in this, in these predictions, where even we're like, yeah, this is where like things are about to hit the fan. Because honestly, yeah, like the fans are gonna go crazy when it comes to these matches. Because Colombia versus Argentina, every single Colombian's like, we like this is our second chance, right? No, it isn't. Colombia's gonna lose. Sorry to say that, but yeah, Argentina's
Plus,
winning.
plus, you get to say we're the team that ruined Messi's last World Cup.
Yeah, like, if they, bro, I kid you not, if they do something to Messi in that match, like maybe like in the end, it's like the point of this game wasn't so that we win; it's so that Argentina doesn't win. Yeah, we're gonna put so like if they damage Messi so that he isn't able to play in like after, yeah, the like Colombia's like entire goal wasn't winning. It was that Argentina doesn't win.
All right, I guess we're all in agreement that Argentina advances. Last quarterfinal match: Spain versus Senegal. Glad to see y'all Senegal advance this far. This is where y'all's campaign ends because the Spanish are so much better in every single way. So this should be a dub for the Spanish. How about you, Carbs?
I do agree. Spain versus Senegal. I do see Spain beating Senegal. However, like if it was Portugal versus Senegal, I would have given it to Portugal. But yeah.
All right, Geeky.
I'm gonna go with Spain. There's just no way Senegal can keep up.
All right, the semifinals. Oh, god damn, man. Let's start with Norway versus Argentina. I think this is where the Norwegian defense will get exposed. And I know that they have a demon with Holland, but I think the Argentines the Argentine attack will expose the Norwegian defense. Because in fairness to Norway with their elite attack, their defense is not that good. Like it's actually not very good. So I think this is where the Norwegian campaign will end. How about you, Carbs?
Yeah, as much as we all love Holland, we all love seeing Norway advance. I think Argentina's got this in the bag. Like, it was hard against Colombia, but against Norway, the only real struggle would be against Holland, and honestly, just the size advantage of like the players. But even then, like, yeah, I think Argentina's got this.
All right, Kiki.
I just want to say before I get my point, breaking news: Messi had just scored a direct free kick goal.
Oh my
Holy,
god.
I thought he wasn't playing.
He just got subbed in.
Well, to everyone who bet that Messi was gonna make at least a goal, yeah, they just won a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, Messi score a goal every game in this tournament. Jeez,
Oh my.
but the question becomes: I mean, we're dealing in a world of hypotheticals. Is Argentina going to be exhausted from the Colombia game
Ooh, that's a good
when
question.
they play against Norway?
That's a
That's a good
great
question.
question. Will the goat be injured from playing against Argentina? From playing against Colombia? That's like I said, it's
That might
too early
It's
to
that might play
call,
a
but
factor.
like
it's
That might play a factor.
that might actually like that's a great question, huh?
yeah, because I mean, if they feel like Messi's going to get hurt in that game, they'll sub him out. But if
Yeah, they
they,
probably will. Like if they see how Colombia's playing and they're playing like a bit too rough, they're like, you know what, Messi, make your goal or two, and then you can just like get out of there. Because we actually need you against Holland.
yeah, I mean, it's I don't know. I mean, as much as I want it to be Argentina not making it.
Dude, I'm actually shocked that they actually subbed in Messi. Cause like, isn't that like a bit risky to sub in Messi on a team who's like, pulling all the stops, not go out like with 0 losses, even though they're already gonna do it right.
They're basically
And
trying. I mean, they're not like Panama, who didn't score a single goal during the whole tournament. Which, man,
that sucks for Panama. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's a whole different discussion because they were not the worst team of the tournament. But I do agree with you on that. I thought it would have been better to give them rest for the round of 16, but I guess they don't think. I think once they find out it was Cape Verde, they're like, all right, people came to go see Messi. We'll give them money for it. Get their money's worth. So I think that, but there's if Norway. What is Holland's record against Martinez? Does he always score on Aston Villa, or they can always hold him off?
Maybe they can hold him off,
but
not sure.
I think this game will go to extra time or possibly pens. Though this is not going to be close. This is not going to be like a blowout, and I could see a tired Argentina making it out, and it's going to be like that Netherlands Argentina game back in 2022 where after the game was over, it was like, yeah, we barely made it. And with Devo basically doing like a penalty masterclass to make it through. But if Norway were to win it, I wouldn't be shocked. But then that means we're kind of like falling into the Holland Norway trap. I'm gonna go with as much as I don't feel like 100% comfortable with it. I'm gonna go with Argentina.
All right. France versus Spain. Whew. Euro 2024 semifinal again. Whew. Wow. Okay. So this is another tough one. Will Didier Deschamps figure it out this time, or will Luis De La Fuente outclass him tactically again? Okay. Oof, this is a tough one here. Oh God, this is so tough. This is so tough. I might give this one to the Spanish. I might. This is going to be a very tough game. It's going to be a very close game because this is the elite of the elite, the best of the best. So I think the Spanish might have the edge on this one. How about you, Carbs?
I think I'd have to disagree with you. I think France would still be able to beat Spain. The thing is with France, they've been just absolutely demolishing. Like with with like relatively speaking, they've been demolishing everyone, right? But against Spain, though, I can still see them pulling through and beating them. Like I think Mbappe is a better player than Yamal, in my humble opinion, of course.
Yeah, I get it.
But yeah, like I think France has still got this and is probably gonna beat Spain. It is more of like a 60-40% though, like not entirely like giving it to France, but I'm pretty sure they are a bit better than Spain.
All right, Geeky.
So this World Cup has showed us one thing. Kylian Mbappe is Mr. World Cup. And France plays a lot different in the World Cup than they do in the Euros. And I'm going to go with that reasoning is that France will beat Spain. Plus, this was actually my final prediction when I made my own predictions. I had France final. I had France winning it. So I'm going to stick by that.
All right. So I guess French will advance. Before we go to the grand final, Let's talk about the third place match. Spain versus Norway. Uh, this is where I believe again the Norwegian defense will be exposed. So I think this is an easy dub for the Spanish. Do you agree, Carbs?
Yes, for sure. Easy dub. I
Geeky.
agree.
Give me Spain beating Norway.
All right. The grand final, like the 2022 FIFA World Cup, like the 2018 round of 16 match, Argentina versus France. I think I think this is where France actually lifts the trophy. This is where the French lifts the trophy. This this French team is, I don't know how they produce the players like Mbappe, like Dembele, like Michael Olise, like Bradley Barcola, like Desiree Doué. The last two that I mentioned are on the bench, and and these two players are elite players. They also have Jules Koundé. Mike Mignon is a pretty good goalkeeper. Adrian Rabiot, he gets the job done too. Upamecano is surprisingly pretty good. And holy shit, Ryan Shirky. That attack is so elite that I don't see the Argentines handling them. I just don't see it. So I have the French lifting the trophy. How about you, Carbs?
This will be a battle of the century. Round two in after 4 years. France versus Argentina. You know, last time Argentina won off of penalties. Mbappe clutched it for the France team. Will he be able to do it again? Probably. Mm. I think it'll probably go to penalties again this year, with Argentina winning again. That's just me though, because I'm a big Messi fan. But that's what my prediction is. That it'll go to penalties with Argentina winning.
All right, Geeky.
I said France was going to win the World Cup after the squads were announced, and I'm going to stick with it. And also, with this rematch, the crazy part is that France upgraded. I mean, Hugo Lloris is no longer around. Mike Magnon's a better goalkeeper than Lloris is. Michael Olise, oh my gosh, what a player and what a season he had at Bayern Munich. I mean, then Bailey's got him better. His injury problems are no longer there. I mean, Mbappe is playing Is Mbappe playing centrally or is he still playing on the
Yeah,
wing?
centrally.
Because who's okay? Mbappe's playing centrally. Rabiot seemed to got everything fixed. The defense even seems better. Like Lucas Hernandez is not even starting, and people thought he was going to be a locked in starter. That's this team improved, and Conte's not injured. That's also another thing that people need to remember.
I forgot
And
that
Golo
he got
Conte didn't go to the 2022 World Cup
I forgot that
because he had an injury in the last game of the season. And Conte's on the bench. And if this game goes into extra time, what's stopping the shot being like, you know what? I'm just going to throw in Conte and just mark Messi for the rest of the game. Have fun. Your move, Scaloni.
Yeah, I guess the majority of us is on the French. Whew, man, what a tournament! I can't wait for tomorrow. That is when the first round of 32 match begins. As of the making of this video, Argentina's winning against Jordan, and Austria and Algeria are tying. we'll see how it goes. And I'll end this off with Carbs. Where can people find you?
Y'all can find me on Instagram, ERCKY05. And that's the only platform I actually ever use. I have TikTok as well, but I don't really use that. But yep, that's where y'all can find me.
And Geeky, where can people find you?
I got an inact Twitch, and I don't know. Maybe once I get some better internet, I will stream again. Other than that, you can find me on Discord here on Nami server, or if not, if you like CONCACAF football, I do help with a CONCACAF server that's pretty cool. We'll plug. I don't know. That'd be cool to plug in. You can see some nice takes there, but other than that, it's been fun. I really appreciate you letting me come on, speak some opinions.
Yep.
And thank you, Nami.
Yeah, of course. I'll make sure to plug in the CONCACAF FC server. As for me, you can find me on Instagram, Backlog and Box down in the description down below. This is Nomicon. I'll see you guys next time.